Welcome back. We're about to see what's behind the door. About to see what's in this heliport.
You okay, Regina?
Where's Gale?
I don't know. Haven't heard a word from him. What's he doing? Finally. You know, I had a really bad feeling about this mission. All things considered, it could have been a lot worse.
That's odd. Something must have those animals spooked.
Okay, so we saw Dr. Kirk run off, and obviously I have to fight the T-Rex. And I really would like to know what the hell Rick is doing. Is he gonna help me out, or is he just gonna sit and stare on the sidelines, kind of cheer me on? How much do you want to bet it's not the former? Okay, great. Off to a good start. Even though he's walking around very slowly, I guess because the T-Rex is incredibly large, he can cover a large distance in very short time. So here's the thing. The problem is that because I'm using the grenade gun, and it looked like he didn't hit me, but he actually did, which is weird. So even though my strategy right here is I'm trying to put as much distance as I possibly can, but because Regina is automatically reloading the grenade gun every single time, there's nothing I can do. She will just stand there and reload the gun, and of course stuff like that happens. I probably should heal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's doing some pretty heavy damage. And you know what? Now I'm actually starting to realize I'm running low on health. My complaint before was what now? I had plenty of health items. Whoops. So that's why I'm also curious to see how they treat the whole inventory system, the mixing. So my question still stands. What the hell was Rick doing? Seriously, it wasn't like he was shooting at the T-Rex or anything like that. No, that would be too logical. That would make too much sense. So I'm just gonna... I don't know if you can actually kill that.
We're screwed. The chopper's history. How are we gonna get out of here?
Calm down. We'll just have to find another way.
Wow, come off it. You're never this positive.
What happened?
Elevator shut. We'll have to find another way.
I don't know if you could actually kill the T-Rex during that battle, or down him. I don't know. But I wasn't gonna try to find out the hard way. Okay, so we're in a new area, which is kind of nice. You know, that allows me to see some new surroundings, even if it's just for a little bit. I actually don't know. Ah, yes. How can I forget the little compies? Annoying as heck. And they can do damage if you allow them to surround you. So, just gonna see where I'm just gonna go through these doors and see what's going on over here. I have no idea where Rick is. Oh.
More repairs?
facility's probably held together with tape and glue. I think I can fix this, but it'll take some time.
Okay, so in other words, I need to F off and do something else with my life until he decides to fix this stupid elevator. So, there's another door over here. I'm gonna go ahead and explore that for a moment. I hope it's not a time thing that I have to kind of give him a certain amount of time to, like, do something to, you know, to fix the elevator. I have no idea what's in this area. If it's an enormous dinosaur or what. So I'm just getting ready. Oh, okay. I was gonna say antacid aid. Ugh. Okay. I think that might be all I needed. He left a memo. Will you read it? Where the heck did all these monsters come from? The only way I can get out is through the port on level B3. Ah. Should be able to find a boat. Okay, so that tells us that there's another way to exit. That's the purpose of that memo. So I think that's all I needed to do in this area. So hopefully I can go back to Rick and see how he's progressing in terms of fixing the elevator. I'm just kind of checking here just to see if there's anything else, but there isn't. It's just that one door, the door I came from originally, and then the elevator that Rick is working on. So let's just see. He should be done. He should be done, but I like how he just doesn't radio me. I guess you could always say the radios don't work down here.
What do you mean? Of course. Let's get moving.
So, I think I found a way out of here.
Right on, girl. Let's hear it.
Large size elevator. I love how we're taking an elevator to another elevator.
Okay, we're here again. Now what?
We should be able to get to the underground port from here.
Yeah. Then let's do it.
Hurry! I'm worried about Gale.
Our fearless leader? Fine. Let's move out.
And I just realized this is the same elevator we had used before when we first met up with Tom. And by the way, spoiler alert, because I kind of read a FAQ. Uh-oh.
What happened?
Ah, this piece of junk must have blown a fuse.
What's going on? Power went up.
Gale? Are you on floor B3?
Yeah, get the power online now.
Gale, it looks like there's a port nearby. There's gotta be a ship we can use.
Copy. Leave Kirk to me. You two get the power back online and secure our escape.
Roger.
So this is going to be a new area. Another new area, even though that other area before was a new area, but it was only like 1 or 2 rooms.
What the? This battery's completely dead.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to find a replacement for that battery. No biggie. I believe it's in this room if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I think I'm gonna spend quite a, not a ton of time here, but a good amount of time. But at least it's something somewhat different. And that is definitely one issue I had with this game. If I'm not mistaken, you spend most of your time in basically this facility, so it's kind of like a lot of gray walls, that sort of thing. At least with a game like Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3, you change the scenery up a little bit, so you know it's not the same kind of the same area throughout the game, which I actually like a lot. Even Resident Evil 1, you spend a majority of time in the mansion, but you do eventually change locations. So it looks like, based on what I saw in Dino Crisis 2, like those first 10 or so minutes that I said I saw, at least
This is all we need to restore the power.
it looks like they were kind of changing up the scenery. It looks a little more jungle-like, which is nice.
I'll work on the security system. You handle our escape route.
Alright, so at least I get to explore this area a tiny bit, so, and of course, yeah, the usual, I have to figure out how to shuffle up this inventory. Alright, so, let me see if, there's actually a door here. There's another door or two on the other side, if I'm not mistaken. So first I'm going to check this door, see what's behind it, and of course, I need CO area key. I guess I will find that down the road, naturally. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what else is in this room. I'll pick up those slag bullets when I get the chance. I don't think I can go through that door to the right, though. It looks too far dented in. So I believe Rick went through here, though. Control room. Sounds like Rick's kind of place. Looks like there's some goodies here, which is always a good thing. And yes, some emergency boxes, which is pretty sweet. I also learned, actually, and in some ways, part of me is just like, the gamer in me is like, you know, maybe I shouldn't read FAQs that much. When I was younger, to be fair, I would read FAQs before I even played a game. And, you know, which kind of takes the fun out of it.
Well, I definitely reached the system's core. These security protocols are brutal. Finally, a challenge worthy of my talents.
So, like I said, reading those FAQs before playing a game, like I could understand, you know, you get stuck in a particular spot in a game, and definitely kind of like the right thing to do, if you can call it that. I mean, people could do whatever they want. You game however you want, and that's something I always say. You know, people should play a game how they play a game. As long as they're having fun, then that's it. I really can't stand when people are very particular. Like if they're watching somebody on Twitch, for example, and if they don't like the way a person is playing a particular game, like it drives them nuts. And I never understood that. I'm like, it's a game, it's not a recipe. So it's just something that I just didn't understand. But anyway, before I go too off track, so when I was younger, I used to read FAQs before even playing a game. Now I'm just kind of like, you know what? I want to try different things. You know, let's say I'm stuck in a particular part. Maybe it's a puzzle, or there's a boss battle. I'm not too sure how to fight the boss. I'll try a few different things, and then if I'm really stuck, or if I'm really getting frustrated, then, you know, of course I'll go consult an FAQ. So I started to kind of read up on the FAQs for this game. I don't know, for nostalgia reasons. I actually have a whole bunch of game magazines that I used to buy and I used to subscribe to, and I kind of miss those. Now I get them electronically from like GameStop, and it's just not the same. I liked getting a game magazine in the mail and, oh, let's see what the new game of the month is. That's actually not how it worked. Or what's coming out, what are some new releases, what are some new rumors, that sort of thing. I really enjoyed that. That's how I used to get my game-related news. Now it's through other people, like, or, you know, you follow people on Twitter and that sort of thing. So, but it's not the same. It's definitely not the same. It's not the same as opening up a game magazine and seeing like 50 pictures of the of a prototype for a game. Maybe the game never gets released or something like that. So it's just nostalgia. So I was reading it mostly for nostalgia, and I learned it all comes back to this. Believe me, I know I sound like I have like ADD or something like that, but I always try to make my commentary relevant to the game. But I learned reading one of those that apparently if I press the access button or some option in one of those emergency boxes, I can actually access other emergency boxes of the same type. So let's say I'm using a yellow one, I should be able to access other yellow ones that I've unplugged, if you will, previously. Something like this. Maybe I misread that, but I didn't get a chance. I didn't check it in this video. You know, as you guys know, I record before I play. I record my gameplay before I comment on it. So, you know, sometimes it's kind of interesting to comment retrospectively. But I'll definitely give that a shot, because that could be incredibly useful. Because I'm pretty sure I might have left some ammo or some really useful item in a previous area, and it would be nice not to have to backtrack all the way to said area just to pick up that item, especially if I really need it. So I just did a bunch of inventory shuffling just to pick up those slag bullets. So I have an okay amount of ammo. Yeah, never too comfy with it. And I don't know if I brought up this question before, but it will be interesting to see how Dino Crisis 2 handles the whole inventory system, if it has an inventory system. I don't really know. Okay, so I know that red box, I didn't have enough plugs for it. I really want to try to get some plugs for it, because ammo is always kind of a nerve-wracking situation for me. So I'm just going to do a little bit more shuffling. I know this is a lot like an inventory heavy video, but we'll get to some more action in the next video. Alright, just gonna save my game, and I will see you guys next time.